All right, so welcome, everybody. This is our Go for Gold training call. So thank you all for jumping on this evening. I know we're missing several people, and hopefully they will join in. If not, they can listen to the recording afterwards. But it's been a minute since we've had our team training, and did not want to cancel another. And Token and I have kind of been tag teaming in the background, got all kind of activity going on, and just really wanted to share this evening. So, Toka, I'm going to turn the meeting over to you, the hostess with the mostest, and you could just
Can
take
everybody hear me okay?
it over. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Hey, Kristen,
Hey,
how you doing? Hey,
good. How are
darling.
you?
Good, thank you. But ladies, thank you so much for dialing in to our Tuesday night training call on this evening. I am not your I'm just your host and not your presenter, but I would just also just like to introduce a phenomenal woman of God who's doing awesome and amazing things in her business, whose goal is to teach people how to get healthy and guess what, wealthy. So we are on the right call with the right person, because guess what, ladies, I feel a shift that has taken place and is going to be going on. And I mean, I am super fired up and excited, and I cannot wait to share what personally happened to me on this evening. But I'm going to move out of the way and introduce Miss Beverly Knox Davis. Listen, she works this business part time while working a full time business, and and doing other things. She has a nonprofit organization. She's just a woman of God on the move that's looking to help our team go for gold, because guess what? We are going for the gold. Miss Davis, you can take it away.
Thank you so much. Oh, such a wonderful edification. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Miss Robinson. So since Wanda is not here, I will open up in prayer this evening. So if we could just go to God. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you this evening for bringing us all together yet another Tuesday night training. Lord, you didn't have to do it, but you chose us anyway to be in this business, to be those that are out front and sharing with everyone that we come in contact with. Lord, I just thank you so much for the blessings that you have bestowed upon my life, my family, and all of these ladies that are a part of this team and beyond. I thank you for the sisterhood that has been established between our team and others. Lord, you've been so good to us, and we thank you, we lift you up, and we magnify your holy name. It is in this that we say, thank you, Heavenly Father. Amen. All right.
Amen.
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 All right, so we're going to just dive right in. Yes, it has been some amazing things happening in the background, and I can't wait to just to dive in. But since this is Kirsten's first call, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes. One of the main things that in pulling together this team, I wanted to make sure that first and foremost we keep God first in all that we do, but that we also have our vision, our mission, and our culture established for this particular team. Yes, Coach Stormy, has all of this for herself, and yes, Total Life Changes has it at that level as well. But just for this team right here, our G4G team, what's our focus? What are we hoping to accomplish? Because our goals are not going to be the same as our multi-millionaire, upline Stormy Wellington. And just so you know, Kirsten, we're next in line to Stormy Wellington.
Okay.
my upline was signed up by Stormy, and she has since moved on to another business. So now I fall direct to Stormy Wellington. So just wanted to give you that bit of information. But, I can't always get in touch with Stormy, but, praise be to God, we have connections with other groups and teams, and they've allowed us to kind of, piggyback off of what they're doing. And I'm so totally grateful for all of that. And I won't steal Toka's thunder. I'll let her tell you all about that, one of those partnerships, in just a little bit. But our vision, to leave a legacy and prosperity, but in also what values are embedded to be an inspiration and shine so brightly that it is inevitable to be followed, to be so encouraging that motivation happens without effort. And that's how I want it to be with our team, where we work together so well that when we go out, people see our light and they just want to be a part of what we have going on, and that we're so motivating, that people just need to be a part of this team. So hopefully those are some of the things that you saw, Kirsten, at the training. Well, not even the training, the Sip and See last Thursday. So, we want to make sure that we continue that. So far as our mission, know that we create the culture. Who you have in your business, you better be very, very careful about that. I've gotten to a place now where I'm very selective about who I bring into the team. It used to be, whoever wanted to sign up, just bring them in. Well, that proved to be poison. And so you just really have to make sure that the person that you're going to have in your business fits you, and they fit the culture that's been aligned here. Not to say that somebody.
Miss Beverly, you're breaking up.
Uh-oh. Jaden.
Miss Beverly, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay. I am having a terrible time. AT&T was out here doing some work, and they messed up the signal for all of the other customers. So I've got to get Time Warner back out here again. But I do apologize for that. Can you go get the extender back there on top of the printer and plug it in down here? Okay. Just so that, just remembering and creating the culture, you want to make sure that you have someone that aligns with you. Putting others before ourselves. Everyone will be treated the same under the belief, one team, one dream. And also to be focused on aiding every team member. And, there's never an I in team. And what is of the past and of old does not define who we are striving to become. So if you make a mistake, it's okay. It really is okay. All right, hurry up and plug that back in. Hold on one second. I'm getting the extender moved. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, now, but it was a big pause.
Okay. All right. Extender moved. All right. I apologize for that.
Okay.
Caring of others, identifying and respecting, and then our G4G family will change lives by helping families get healthier and wealthier. So that's our mission. So anytime that you need a refresher, that information is posted in our Facebook group. And anytime, just do a search and it'll pull it right up in our Facebook group. Our culture, 5-step game plan. I know Utoka went over a lot of this with you, Kirsten. And so just make sure that you continue to follow the 5-step game plan. The 120 authorship, get binary qualified, retail and sampling, attend meetings, events, and then teach, steps A through D or 1 through 4, and wash, rinse, repeat. It's the same thing. You don't change it up. You have to follow the process. Be innovative and risk taking. Be creative in your business. It's your business. Yes, we are a team, but it is your business. So anything, Token and I always come out with creative things. Oh, I think that might work, and then we just share it with everybody. It's like, hey, everybody try this to see if it works. So we are constantly being creative to draw in new customers, new business partners. So yeah, let your brain just open up and come up with creative ways that we can constantly pull people into the business. Attention to detail, listen more than speaking. Open-ended questions with your potential customers prospecting. Listen to them. Hey, do you know anybody that would like to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? Shoot, me. Well, tell me what some of your health concerns are. Anything that you would like to change about yourself? Well, girl, my knees are killing me. I know I need to lose about 20 pounds. Well, right there, that's 2 products. And probably a third, like the NutriBurst. So I'm thinking ISO tea, ISO oil, and the NutriBurst immediately. And they probably a little tired because they've been on those knees and need some NRG. So right off the top, and just what someone said, because I asked them an open-ended question, I now know to talk about 4 products to them. Outcome-oriented, results. Get the desired outcome. Sometimes that may not happen. I know Kristen mentioned the young lady on the mall the other day. Hey, it's okay. She's going to circle back because she said her baby's toes are all peely and having all kind of issues.
Right.
Honey, touch on that when you call. Say, I'm just checking on your son. See how his feet are doing. I'm just really concerned and know that I have a product that would help. So just give me a call back and let's discuss, what we can do to help your little guy. All right. Have a good evening. Leave it at that. Like oh man, she called to check on my son.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's a whole different angle instead of, girl, I'm still calling you about this oil that you said. Yeah, no, you got to take a different perspective when somebody's not answering the phone. Just leave a message. And if they don't call you back, they don't call you back. Next, you move on to the next person. People and team orientation. Develop good relationships. Connect with you. That's where it all happens. If they like you. Because I have people that just, they just buy a product because they like Miss Beverly. That's it. All right, I saw you do that Facebook Live, and I think I'm going to get some tea. I have heard that so many times. It's like, you saw the Facebook Live, they connected with me, and I came across as friendly and approachable. So that's critically important because people will like you first before they buy anything from you. Celebrate the small.
Can I just add to that?
Oh, sure.
Sorry, can I add to that? Okay, so I met one of the ladies at Charm and Charlie on Saturday, and she noticed that I had my kids with me, and she said, oh, Lord, I'm so glad I left my kids outside. How are you going to shop for a purse when you have 2 kids? I said, you know what, ma'am? I said, I got to just do what I got to do. I'm just going to make the best of it. So anyway, I got her to fill out one of my cards because I asked her if she knew of anyone who wanted to lose 5 pounds in 5 days, and she said, great, me. And I said, listen, I'm having a tea party on this Thursday at 7 o'clock, and we're giving out free samples. I would love for you to come and bring a friend. Sure, okay. I'll tell you what, if you fill out this card for me, and then I will give you my information, and when is a good day that I can follow up with you next week? Okay, sure. So I called her on today. And then when I called her on today, I said, hello, Miss Ella, this is Utoka Robinson, and you met me at Charm and Charlie. Hint, it's always good to refresh them of where you met them. They don't know you yet. You're not their friend yet, right? And so I said, I met you at Charm and Charlie on Saturday, that I catch you at a bad time. No, I'm just sitting back and I'm relaxing. Well, guess what? She went on to tell me about her blessing, that God blessed her with a new home. I'm not sure if it's an apartment or if it's a house, but I do know just from the conversation that she's been living with her daughter, and this is something that she's been praying for quite a while. So I listened to whatever she had to say. You know, in the back of my mind, are you gonna come to my party or not? You gonna come to my party? No, I'm building a relationship. Again, in my mind, are you gonna come to my party or not? Right? But it's very important that you build that relationship. So I would want to say, you know, Miss Ella, I do not know about your whole story, but I will tell you that God is always on time. He will answer your prayers. We just have to wait patiently for him. And don't you know that she was almost about to cry? Again, she didn't even have to tell me her situation. She just wanted to tell somebody how good God is. And I said, you know, God is so awesome. You know, I've been there where I was waiting on a blessing, you know, and sometimes it seemed like it takes forever. But you know what? I know you feel so amazing right now. So she said, well, I'm going to try my best to make your party. I'm not sure if I got to move tomorrow, and she's going to try to make the party, guys. And I said, I tell you what, she said, text me the address and the information. I will try my best. And I said, well, Miss Ella, I understand. I tell you what, if you're not able to make it, I do have an opportunity call that we can both listen to over the weekend, so you don't have to wait until next week. She said, you know what, because I really need that detox. See that you was talking about, I really need a detox. You see what I'm saying? So I'm respecting her time. I listen to her, and I'm building the relationship. And guys, sometimes it takes a little while. You're not going to be on a 3-minute phone call, because guess what? I've learned in the past, those 3-minute phone calls, they don't buy from you. And even if they do buy from you, they're not going to be a repeat customer. The repeat customers are going to come from the ones that you establish the relationship with. Okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I give it back to you.
Oh, yeah, good stuff. Very good. Thank you so much for adding that information. The other thing, celebrating your small and large victories. I mean, from anything to from a sample. You know, if somebody purchases just a sample of the tea, of the instant ISO tea for $3, all the way to your $1,700 package. You know, or someone joining your team, or 2 people joining your team, or, you know, just somebody calling you back. Oh my God, celebrate that too. So, you know, one of the things that Utoka and I talked about earlier is, you know, we're going to start having more during this call, you know, celebrating our victories. We used to do that and kind of got away from it, but you know, what did you do? Tell us since the prior week, what victories did you have? It doesn't matter how small or how big. Let's just celebrate that, because you know, you didn't have it the week prior, and that's a blessing. So we want to make sure that we give everybody an opportunity to share, you know, your good news, and we're going to keep each other encouraged and pumped up, so that, you know, we can go out and continue to do exactly what we've been doing. So make sure that you're setting the new goals. You know, if you get a no is fabulous to me now, because that means I am that much closer to my yeses. So, you know, bring them on, you know, hurry up and get you out of the way so I can get to my yes. So we're definitely going to be incorporating that into this call going forward. Being your aggressiveness, you know, everybody's at a different place. You may have, you may be a hare, or you may be a tortoise, you know, but, you know, keep it in mind who won the race. It wasn't always the hare, or as the story says, it was the tortoise. So sometimes you have to go a little slower, but you know, make sure that you're setting good goals to where you haven't stalled out. So don't compare yourself to the next person, like, you know, Speedy Gonzalez here on Saturday. Utoka just talking to everybody. You know, you may not have that going on in that particular moment. I was tied up on Saturday, so I wasn't able to get out and meet as many people. Every opportunity I got, I was talking to somebody. When I had to go to Family Dollar to get some more tablecloths for a nonprofit event, talked to the lady outside of the Family Dollar. And then when I went to pick up some ice cream, ran into this guy who's in Omega Psi Phi, but he's talking about he needed to lose 85 pounds. His knees are bothering him, and he's just too big. Well, boom, took advantage of that too. So, and then, walking through the malls in the morning, I meet people all the time, and then there are new people that kind of straggle in and stuff, and I'll talk to them. So it's just been amazing. I don't meet any strangers anymore. So make sure that you establish what your pace is, and set goals for yourself. Like today, I'm going to make it my business to talk to at least 5 people. 5 new people, not your old customers. You can have them on the list too. I'm going to touch base with, my customers that are cycling around. So extremely important. And stability and consistency, that's so key. You can't do it today and then take off the next 5 days. You got to have a plan. Every day you have to have some goals set for yourself, so that at the end of the month, you can look back at your calendar and say, well done, G4G-ite. You did that, because it's going to clearly show all of the activity that you had on a daily basis. So that's it from our vision, mission, and culture. Just wanted to make sure that we stay on top of that and continue to move forward. Now, right now, we Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this is, we're in the white zone. This is more for Kirsten. You're doing your VGOs, retail sampling, one-on-ones, wild parties, prospecting, and you go hard Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because that's when you're going to be able to get in touch with the most people. Then we move into our blue zone, which is where we are now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Go hard, continue to do some of those same things. People that you may need to follow up with, continue to retail every day, every moment of the day. Show the plan, continue to share what it is that we're doing here in Total Life Changes to build your team. And then 3-way calls. You never close anyone that's interested in the business. You always get somebody there to, myself, Toka, and if we need to, we'll pull in others from another team. But that's the blue zone. And then our red zone, crunch time Thursday, you go hard, because it closes out Thursday at 11:59 p.m. And you want to make sure that week is strong, especially if you are running for the next level in the business. Which we have some 90-day plans in place, and we're going to start to hit these particular months where oh my gosh, I'm so excited for the plans that will be established over the next 90 days. So, and then for some, 30 days, or others, it may just be a week or 2. That's it. Because if you're not binary qualified, that needs to happen like in the next few days, period, max, next few days. I'm sure 2 people to unlock that first level. 2. That's all it takes. Unlock the first level. We got to get there. So, and congratulations to Kristen. Yay! Hey, wait a minute. Was there a flyer put out for her making binary qualified? Yeah,
she did. Yeah.
Oh Lord, I forgot. I got too much going on. You did the flyer, Beverly. Hello.
Yep.
So excited about that. You really pushed through. So now it's, director level. So Kirsten, I know that's gonna happen for you at your party this weekend. I'm not even concerned. We're gonna go ahead and get the banner ready. Toka, get it ready, because this one is going to be binary qualified this weekend, maximum. Hey, prove me wrong. What's today? Today is Tuesday. Do it by tomorrow, girl. Do it by tomorrow.
I'm trying. Lord knows I am.
Set some goals. That's it. And then go hard. That's what it takes. I cannot tell you. The run to director. I mean, I was up, oh Lord, at the ninth hour to get to director, making sure that all the numbers are right, just back and forth, in and out of the back office. And oh my God, that run to executive director, I felt like a crazy person the next day. I was deliriously tired, but super happy, super happy. Made it to that level, and that push at the, all the way. It was just an amazing process. Tag teaming with the team, who's got this, that, and the other. So, Toka and I can kind of talk it through. Toka was a part of it, and it was just, I can't even describe it. It was just a lot to see everybody come together, and you can't grow without us all helping one another to grow. And that's what I love so much about Total Life Changes. So I have talked so much. I am going to hush at this point. Some of our quick announcements. We're going to start the Sister Circle thing with talking about Kyra's book very soon. I have to figure out where we can place that on the calendar, and also planning our 6-month check.
Breaking up, Miss Beverly.
Uh-oh. What about now? Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. God, Verizon, I pay Verizon. Time Warner, I pay y'all way too much money for this. I gotta get this squared away, so I apologize again. So events and meetings, make sure that you're there for everyone. Toka and I talked about the fact that, with this Houston event that's coming up, I think that our time would be better served focusing on our 90-day run. We talked about it, and we don't have anybody that's receiving any awards. So let's just set ourselves up for success as we move forward. And come July, we'll just be on fire and ready to walk the stage to get our award for what is to come. So, hi, Kyra.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Did we lose Toka?
Yes.
You popped back on, right?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, we can hear you. All
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, Kristen.
So I'm gonna step out of the way and let Toka just kind of share some of the nuggets that she has, and what awesomeness happened this evening. So I'm gonna give her the floor at this point. So take it over, Toka.
Look, Toka don't want to go outside.
Okay. Can you hear me,
Yes.
ladies? Okay. Listen, I tell you, I'll give you a little history. I have a childhood friend named Sheila in my hometown, 2 hours away in Danville, Virginia. And she's a person that I had on my list for a while, and I've been talking back and forth with her ever since last year. She had not bought a single product from me. I put her on a couple of opportunity phone calls, the Get Fit Challenge, and she knew about the tea. She knew about a lot of the products, but it just wasn't the right time for her to purchase for whatever reason there was, whether it was finances or whatever it was. And so every now and again, I would circle back around to her, but in a way that, just checking on her and the family and things of that nature. And then she saw my activity also on Facebook. Well, I gave her a sample of NutriBurst, ladies, and I tell you, she was on medication, and that was one of the reasons why she couldn't or didn't want to start with TLC, because she was already on medication. Well, after she finished her medication, I gave her the sample of NutriBurst when I was last at home, went by her house, talked to her, and just talked to her again and recapped some of the products that we talked about previously on the opportunity phone calls. But anyway, she called me on the very next day, and she said, Toka, after you left, I normally take an evening nap or afternoon nap on Sundays. And for the first time in a very long time, I was unable to because of this NutriBurst that you gave me. And she said, wait a minute. She said, my doctor that I work for, because she's a nurse and she works for a private doctor, my doctor has been looking for some alternative medicine because people are coming in there with high blood pressure. They come in there for phentermine, which is a drug that people are getting to curb their appetite. I used to get that myself, a while back, just to curb my appetite. Thank God for resolution now. But but just those triggers that she was giving me, with the high blood pressure, I'm thinking of products with the, resolution, and people with the phentermine, I'm thinking of products. And she said, wait a minute, my doctor, she said, can you write up a letter for me about total life changes? And I'm like, a letter? In the back of my mind, right? I'm not going to tell her no. So I immediately called Miss Beverly and said, do we have a letter anywhere? I've never had anybody ask me that. But anyway, Miss Beverly found a letter, and I typed the letter up, gave it to her, and she also wanted to give her to her pastor also, because there's a lot of people with illnesses at her church. Well, she gave the letter to her doctor. The doctor did some research about total life changes, and she said, Utoka, the doctor wants to talk to you. This was like the next day. And I'm like, he does? Oh my gosh. So, I was really nervous about that. Anyway, so I talked to him briefly and just introduced myself. Very casual conversation, because I was like, Utoka, this is just like any other man. Why are you tripping? It's okay. You got this. Just talk to him. So I just wanted to just lay that foundation and just to, briefly conversate with him. And he said, listen, he said, I do want to know more about your, about your business and everything. That prior to that, I talked to Miss Beverly, and I also talked to another coach that, helps out our team. Her name is Nicole. If you don't remember her, she's the one that did the training with us about the personalities, right? Mm-hmm. This is why the personalities are so important. She said, Utoka, tell me about his personality. So I had already previously texted my girlfriend and asked her, okay, I need, tell me about his personality. Tell me what type of person he is. She said, Utoka, he's extremely detailed. He is Indian. Okay. So he's going to ask you a lot of questions, but he likes money. He wants to make money. So when I told Nicole, about his personality, she said he sounds like he's an emerald. Okay, remember.
What happened?
You're breaking up, Toka.
Can't hear you, Toka. Okay. Does everybody see her screen? It just looks like she's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so while we're waiting for Toka to rejoin and finish telling her story, Kristen, why don't you just share what happened in the mall the other day?
Okay. So Miss Beverly and I were walking around the mall that was last, Friday?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so I ran into a lady, she's a security guard there. Again, I ran into her again because we spoke. She admired my hair all the time. Every time I would come in the mall, she would admire my hair because I have locks. Oh, you back?
I think she's gone again.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. On a call and not on Zoom. Go ahead with your story.
Oh, okay.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
So every time I would come in, there were several times I would come in on the weekend and stuff. She would just admire my hair. She wanted to start locks. She had a fro at the time, And I would just, encourage her to, do what she felt was right and that it was a good way to go and to not be scared and to just do it. So anyway, it had been a while since I seen her. I was walking with Miss Beverly and she said, "There you are. Where you been?" Didn't she, Miss Beverly?
Yes.
She was like, "Where have you been? I have been looking for you." I was like, "I don't know. I just haven't been at the mall that much, and when I come, I don't ever see you." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And then I was like, I started admiring her hair because she started the lock process now. It's short, but she started it, and she was so excited about it.
Mhm.
And so, me being all scared and stuff, I just walked away. And Miss Beverly, she's got her bag, her arsenal in her bag. And she whips out, she like, "Get over here." She whips out this ISO oil Blitz card. And I was like, "Oh my God, did you just pull that card out? You are the bomb." She said, "Go talk to her and give her this card." So I went over there. I said, "Let me talk to you for a minute." I talked to her about the oil, told her about her hair. Miss Beverly helped me a little bit, but she kind of let me fly on my own. And then, so that was that. I gave her the card. We exchanged phone. Well, I got her phone number and I texted her. And I left because I had to get back to the house to get to a contractor. And Miss Beverly calls me like 5 minutes later. I was almost home. She was like, "Oh my gosh," she circled back around and asked about the oil and told me about her son having fungus in between his toes and stuff like that. And so, yeah, basically that was it. And so I called her. We were supposed to meet that Friday. She was going to tell me what time her lunch break was. She never did that. I did text her and ask her. She never responded. And she told me she would be up Saturday from 6 a.m. to 4. So I went up there because I was going to walk, but when I got up there, it was so much traffic. I think they were releasing a shoe in the mall. Like, you know how they were Jordans and stuff like that on Saturdays? It was very crowded. I didn't want to get on a wall, but I texted her and called her. She didn't respond. So I'm just waiting. I'm going to do what Miss Beverly said maybe. And I will do what she said and call her and ask about her son and stuff like that. But it was a great prospect moment. I'm glad I was there with Miss Beverly because she just whipped that card out. It was so funny.
Be ye always ready.
She was like, "Go talk to her." I was like, "Oh my God." But yeah, that was good. I think she still wants it. Maybe just something happened, like Utoka told me the other day. Everybody, goes through stuff. She might have got busy. Something might not have the money. Anything. But she's gonna get it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Great job, Kristen. Great job. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Kristen, for also being coachable. That's the thing. You're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. And thank you, Miss Beverly, as well. But just don't give up, because just like I said, she's probably waiting on some money. You just never know, or something could have happened.
Right.
So we don't want to prejudge, and we don't want to take it personal, right? And sometimes it's hard not to take it personal, because I'm just the biggest crybaby in the world, I believe, and I just take everything personal, it seems like. But I had to get out my feelings. And then I have to put myself in their shoes, and people get busy. And then, especially when they come back, I'm like, oh, they do want the product. So I did all that, being upset for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned through the years, just keep following up. Don't forget about people. I've had people to come back to me to say, thank you for not giving up. Thank you for just not calling me. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't a good time. Or thank you so much. So kudos to you for being coachable and teachable and trainable, because that's where it all starts. Because if you coachable, come on, man, you're going to learn, because that's the first step, is being coachable. But if you just shut down and you don't want to do it, and you want to do it your way, we're going to let you do it your way. And then we're going to let you do it your way for a little bit. And then you're going to come back and you say, okay, well, let's do it this way. right? So I
Right.
had to even learn that. This is the type of business that is duplicatable. We don't have to figure it out like with the other network marketing companies, okay? So thank you again. Kudos back to you. I am claiming
Thank you.
for you to become director. You will be director very soon if you
Amen.
keep
Woo.
that up, okay? So where did I leave off at? Where did I break up at, if you recall, in my story?
Oh, you were talking about he was an
So
emerald.
you want me to finish my story, Mr.
Yes,
Beverly?
yes. Go ahead.
Can you
Yes, go ahead.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so he's an emerald, right? And so what? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. So basically, she told me. She said, "This is what I want you to do." So I immediately started writing down what she told me to say, because I'm like, okay, always be ready with a pen and piece of paper in hand for you to follow instructions whenever someone is helping you or coaching you through something, right? So what she told me to say was, listen, because I know that you are busy, a busy man, and I thank you for your time, and I want to respect your time. So let me just, so what I've done was I made a plan for us on this evening. So let me just ask you two questions. The question number one is, are you audible or are you a visual? He immediately said visual. I said, okay, are you near a computer? Or can you get near a computer? Yes. He said, can you send me some information? I would love for you to send me a video. I would love that. See, because I knew about the personality, because I'm still learning about the personalities. See, now you know the emeralds who are very detailed, they like video. So that's what she told me that she does for her team. Everybody, she asks that question. Do you want to be on a call or do you want, a video? And then say, okay, well, the video is only about 15 minutes. And what I would like to do is call you back at about 8:30. And I am going to have, and I have already set up a second interview with my, with my expansion marketing director. Don't that sound good?
Yes, it does.
That sounds good, right?
Oh.
She said, I felt like, I'm up there, I'm interviewing people, right? She said, she told me to tell him, you sound like you're qualified. So I set up a second interview with my marketing expansion director. So after you get finished viewing the video, I would like to get her on the line so that she can answer all of your questions for you, because I know that she's going to have, because you seem to be very detailed and you're very business minded and very smart, right? So I'm putting everything on, because it's all about him, not about me. Again, keywords, you are smart. You seem to be business. I respect your time. Thank you so much. I set you up for a second interview. I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to hurry up and learn it. I had to hurry and write it down, learn it very, very quickly, said it to myself a couple times. I said, okay, I can do this. I did it. He was very impressed, right? And he said, Miss Robinson, if you don't mind, can I view the video over the weekend, because I have some things to do over the weekend, and I'll get back in contact with you. Now, I will tell you this. So we had the interview set up over the weekend, and he texted me and he told me he was not available, right? Okay. So then he was supposed to talk to me. He was supposed to talk to me, I think it was Friday, and then he rescheduled for Sunday. Then he tried to reschedule with me again. Nicole told me, no, do not let him reschedule anymore. You got to take back control of that call. And I said, what do you mean? She said, you got the ball in his field. No, you got to let him know that you're busy too, and he's going to have to respect your time. So I had to tell him, no, sir, we cannot talk on Thursday because I have a tea party. He texted back, what about Wednesday? No, sir, I'm in church on Wednesday. The only time I have available is Tuesday night at 7:30. Does that work for you? Yes, ma'am. Right? So I took back control of it. Well, let me just tell you something. When I texted him earlier today to ask him was he still available on Thursday, he said, I'm available right now. Guys, I was on this field walking. and the kids were out there playing. I'm texting Miss Beverly, oh my God, Miss Beverly, I need a three-way right now. For real? I think he's available right now. So I immediately text him back, and I on my way home, if you could just give me a few minutes. I said, Miss Beverly, I'm by time. Miss Beverly, can we find somebody? Well, I immediately texted Nicole, who was helping me originally. I was on her way to a party, guys. So I'm like, oh my God, who's going to close this call for me? Who? So guess what? She contacted Tanya and Scott. Who that is, right?
Yep.
My stomach is still in knots. Still in knots right now. I immediately went up the stairs. I had to get myself together. My oldest was like, Mama, breathe. I will cook food for you. I was so nervous, y'all. I ran upstairs. Now, I'm a big girl now, so I ran upstairs. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I can't call her yet. Hold on. I'm out of breath, right? I had to get myself together. Lord, help me. And I was praying. I said, Lord, help me. Just help me. And even Miles was saying, Lord, please help my mama say the right thing. Please. But anyway, I got on my Tanya and Dexter Scott, and I told them about him. And I said, okay, I need your edification. And they was like, I said, yeah, I want your edification. Give me some things to say. And so they told me, gave me some things to say about them. Gave me their edification. Again, you got to be ready. So I had to immediately write it down. Guess what? I had to memorize it. I didn't memorize all of it, but I had to act like I wasn't reading it. So I said, Tanya and Dexter Scott have been in the business since December 2013. They have been in the Huffington Post magazine, and they are working with John Maxwell. They are helping people build their total life changes business. And I mean, it just all flowed out of my mouth, right? And they got on the phone and talked to them. Guys, this man wants to have products in his doctor's office.
Wow.
He wanted to know how could he get started. He wanted to know, how can I sign up? He said, but I just want some more information about the packages, because I just want to make sure that I got what I need from my doctor's office. But what about my people in my country? I would like to help them. Do y'all not hear that? In my country. In my country.
Wow.
Wow.
In my country.
Ready. Get your passport ready.
Yes. Listen, guys, I cried the whole time and the whole time that someone is doing a three-way for you, you mute your phone line until they ask you to come back on the phone and say something. You do not say anything. You want to know why? And somebody tell me why. If I'm doing a three-way call for you and I'm talking to your potential recruit or customer, why is it that you will not interrupt me and say something? And somebody tell me why?
You don't want to I guess you don't want to confuse them.
Yes, too, but I'm the professional, right? The person that's closing is considered to be the professional. Remember, the way that we do three ways, even I do this. Listen, I do not want to tell you anything wrong. Let me get someone else on the line who can answer all of your questions. Well, I know some about the products, but I'm not a professional. But guess what? They don't know that this person may not be a professional either, right? But you set the tone. You set the tone. So you Dr. Chiavetti, I will take care of that for you tonight. He wants to talk to her again on Monday, guys. All he wants me to do is send him packages. Now, I'm trying not to get excited because I know that they tell us don't get excited after the person becomes binary qualified. But I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I'm claiming it right now in the name of Jesus. And I feel a shift that is taking place because our team is called Go for Gold. We're not called Go for Gold for nothing.
Right.
Okay? I believe it. And I want you guys to believe it with me. Right? So that's my story, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. I was able to stop crying. So I'm really glad that I had this. Y'all couldn't see me because I cried the whole time after I even got off the phone. And I called Miss Tanya Scott and I asked her, how did I do? And she said, you did amazing. She said, you want to know what she asked me? She said, I hope that I said all the right things for you. No, excuse me? What you mean you hope you said all? What? She said, because every team is different. I didn't know, and that's why I texted you, Miss Beverly. I didn't know if y'all talk about packages or if y'all start off with the lowest packages or whatever. But she said what she's learned is that, she learned this from Dr. Kim, that when you have an entrepreneur who wants to open a store, you don't tell them about a $100 package. You start at the top, right? You start at the top. So that's why she was texting Miss Beverly. Because she didn't know. But she said, you talking that I do okay for you. And I'm like, I'm not Stormy or Kenny Lloyd. I mean, I'm just, you told her. And I just told her, I cried and I told her, thank you for just taking out the time of your busy schedule. We're not even on her team. But guess what? This company is not about that. We're all a team. And I have finally, getting to see that from Nicole and Tanya and Dexter Scott. And I said, Miss Scott, I tried to see you. Here I go again. I got to get something out of it, right? I tried to send you a friend request a couple times. And
my God.
Let me send you a friend request. So guess you're my friend now. Yeah, you asked not. Look, you have not if you ask not, right?
Oh my gosh.
So,
Wonderful.
see, timing and positioning is everything.
Yeah.
Timing and positioning is everything, guys. So we're going to take off. So we need to all stay. I suggest we stay focused. I suggest you ask questions. I don't know everything. Miss Beverly don't know everything. And if we don't know it, we're going to find out the answer and we're going to learn together. That's what I love about our team. It's not she knows everything and she's, no, we help out each other. I will tell you the reason why I posted on Saturday, I didn't feel like talking to nobody, y'all. I was tired with 2 kids and Braxton was driving me crazy. But when Miss Beverly said, let's show your activity, I said, good. Now I got to show my activity. And then after I started doing it, I was like, yeah, I will be honest with you. I don't talk to that many people in the same day every day. But that even brought me out of my own comfort zone. And it even pushed me a little bit. So that's why I just kept posting. So thank you for accepting my challenges and just let's be interactive in our group chat, guys. A question that you don't answer, that you don't ask. We have to ask questions. You never know. Somebody else may have the same question. We all here to learn. So I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to take it back or give it back to Miss Davis. But I'm just so super excited.
All right.
All right, Miss Davis, you can go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Robinson. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. That is just awesome and amazing testimony of, just first and foremost, being obedient to what was asked in the chat. You have to do it, and it helps you to step outside of your comfort zone. And after you do 1 or 2, man, you're on a roll at that point. It's like, ooh, let me do another one and another one and another one. And then it's like, after a while, you just get so comfortable. So I want to be quiet. I know we've run over just a little bit, and the 10 o'clock call is coming up in less than 30 minutes. Are there any questions before we wrap up for this evening?
Yes, I have a question.
Hey, Sharmi.
Hi, how are you? Typing. I wanted to know. I noticed that you didn't put the is the sip and tea going to be located at your house, or we got a new location?
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
everything's gonna be here. I didn't put a invite out, but what I've just been telling people is to call me and I'll give them directions. But I'm not putting my address on anything.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't. I was just wondering, was it going to be at her house, or was it going to be at your house? I just didn't know if it was at a new location, or if we're going to have it at the same place.
Yeah, same place, same day, same time. But Kirsten is actually doing her launch party on Saturday. I think you may have come in and heard us talking about that.
Okay, Saturday. It's not Thursday. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay. What time Saturday?
It's from 3 to 5.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? All right. So what I would like to do is get everybody's picture. Let me see if I can make the thing bigger.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss it. It's okay.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, it did come up.
Let me stop sharing my screen here. There we go.
Hello, I'm in the bed.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get do what I did earlier. Come on, close. Okay, there we go. All right. Let me make this bigger. Screen. Yay. All right, 1, 3. Everybody say, wave and say hello. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Hi.
All right.
Hi.
I got it. All right, guys. Everybody have a great night. Hop on the 10 o'clock call and listen. I think it's Sandra Pittman this evening. So have a good one. Bye, everybody.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.